Hello, I'm DJ Trackstar Stacy, and today we're going to be talking about 7 critical questions event planners fail to ask DJs. Kind of an alternate title, or another way you could think about what we're going to be talking about is how to tell if a DJ is really a professional, or kind of what their level of professionalism is. Alright, let's jump right in. Question number 1. Will you be beat matching at my event? Now I know this seems like a little crazy, like you want me to ask the DJ if they're actually going to be DJing? Okay, that's what beat matching is, right? It's where I overlap the beats from song A with the beats of song B, and I have this smooth transition. While you might think that sounds ridiculous, this video is kind of an upcycle of another video I did about 6 years ago. And one of the comments on the original video, I'm going to read it to you verbatim. After 35 years of doing weddings, I have never heard of a DJ beat matching music at a wedding. The age range for a wedding is somewhere between 0 and 90. Just remember you're, misspelled, catering to everyone, not just a 21-year-old wedding party, Chris Burrows. Okay? 35 years, this DJ has not been DJing. And then he's publicly announcing it on my YouTube channel. So yeah, unfortunately, you need to ask that. And one of the main reasons is because there's a lot of very advanced DJ software today that can mix the music for you. Even on iTunes, there's a setting where you can have the songs like auto fade. Okay? You don't want to do that if you're trying to plan an A-list event because you're going to definitely notice a difference. It's not the same. Follow-up question, do you have a Mixcloud account that I can look at? Okay, any remotely A-list professional, kind of trusted professional DJ is going to have a Mixcloud, maybe a SoundCloud, but Mixcloud is really made for DJs and SoundCloud is made for producers. But ask if you can hear a sample mix. If the DJ you're talking to does not have a sample mix, this is a huge red flag. Why are they not making public a mix? If they give you like a Dropbox link to a private mix, orange flag, yellow flag, I guess. But if they don't have any sample mix available at all today, in this day and age, that's a red flag, okay? Question number 2, are you a self-taught DJ? Now, again, we're really trying to gauge the level of professionalism that you're talking to, of the DJ you're talking to. I know DJs who are self-taught, and, they're good. I'm not going to lie, they're good. However, you are going to find, in general, that most DJs who are dedicated to their craft have done lessons, workshops, attended conferences, been to a DJ school, worked with a mentor, whatever. For me personally, I took private lessons from DJ Hoppa with the Scratch Academy. I did private lessons with DJ Shorty, who Rolling Stone called the leading female DJ in the world, and then I did like a regular DJ foundation course through a school in San Diego called Global BPM. So, in addition to going to conferences, or you can look at that, you can clearly see, okay, this is someone who cares, who's putting in the energy here, who's invested in what they're doing. That's always a good sign that a DJ is going to be a professional at your event. Likewise, if you're having this person doing any sort of heavy emceeing, like maybe for an awards show, anything more than housekeeping announcements, ask also what MC training they've done. There is a lot of MC training available to mobile DJs. The one that I did was called the Marbecca Method, and it's just a workshop, but all the top DJs have attended these kinds of programs, and they will have that professional training. Number 3, where do you get your music? This is really, really big. If they give you one of those shifty answers, like, oh, I have a service, oh, I have this website, red flag. I have asked this question to new DJs, kind of honestly trying to guide them in the right direction, and I get that shifty answer. If you ask a professional, top-rated DJ where you get your music from, you'll get a clear answer along the lines of the DMS record pool, the Crate Gang record pool, the BPM Supreme record pool. That's where professional DJs get their music from record pools, or they're also called DJ pools. And if you're getting an answer that's anything other than that, iTunes Music, Amazon Music, that's a red flag. And it's not just, yes, it's ethical and legal to get your music from iTunes or Amazon, but the other issue there is DJ pools create DJ edits of songs. And if you're talking to someone that's using radio edits of songs, the mixing is not going to be as good, and you can see that they're not really dedicated to doing things kind of the right way that everyone else is doing them, and that's DJing with DJ edits. So on the record pools, they have DJ edits of songs, which these versions have long instrumental intros and long instrumental outros. We get a clean version, a dirty version, a short version, a long version. All these things are available when you're a member of a record pool. It doesn't cost a lot to be in a record pool. I pay $30 a month for for DMS, and then I pay, I think Crate Gang is $20. There's no reason any professional couldn't be paying for that every month. Okay, so really no excuses. They should belong to a record pool. Number 4, what backup equipment will you have at my gig? At my event. A lot of the, you go on the internet and you see the 50 questions to ask your DJ. I mean, that's ridiculous, okay? Don't take this advice from a blogger. Take your advice from a DJ, okay? You don't want to ask, do you have backup equipment? You're always going to get a yes. What you want to ask is, what backup equipment will you have with you at my event? You're going to get an entirely different answer. If you get the hemming and the hawing and the shiftiness, you're going to know, okay, they don't have backup equipment. They should have, the backup mic should be sitting there ready to go if the batteries give out on this one, or there's some kind of interference. You know what I mean? There should be 2 microphones. There should be at least 2 speakers. Where things get sticky is like a backup laptop. Or they should have a dedicated DJ laptop where this laptop is not their only laptop. They have like their work one, and this one only does DJing. Okay, and then the controller. So this is the module with the platters and the buttons that you see us actually using to DJ the music. The controllers are very expensive. They go up to over $2,000. So most DJs only have one. So that's one of the main things you want to ask about for the backup. What happens if your controller goes out? I have a little travel one that I bring with me. It's a downgrade, but it's not realistic that a lot of DJs are going to have 2. They might be able to play their music directly into the speaker. The important thing is that you want to know that they have a system ready to go. I do, whatever it is, but you want to ask about it. What backup equipment will you have at my gig? Question number 5. A lot of people will kind of do this backwards and sort of give it away up front, which I don't recommend. Don't ask the DJ, like, can you be really high energy on the microphone? The way you want to approach that is, what is your normal level of energy on the microphone during dancing? You're either going to get one of 2 answers. You're going to get, well, I like to let the music speak for itself. I don't like to be one of those diarrhea of the mouth people on the microphone. You know what I mean? So, okay, this is going to be someone that's more in the background, and they're going to let the party run itself, right? If that's what you're looking for, if that's a good fit for your event, great. You already know this person is kind of in line with what you naturally are looking for. On the other hand, if you get, oh my gosh, I love to get out and lead the line dances, and, you know, I'll give shout outs so we can, you know, get a soul train going and blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is going to be a high energy person who's probably going to talk a lot and, you know, more of a personality DJ. Those people are called personality DJs. If that's what you want, then you want to know naturally that person already does that. Okay, again, this is not really a red flag, but it's certainly a better fit for you if the person is already comfortable with the natural energy level that you're looking for. Because if you ask a question the other way, they're going to tell you, oh, I can do whatever you want. Well, people have their comfort. I normally do this or I normally do that. That's generally going to be better. And there's a lot of DJs to choose from, so find one that does, you know, that's already kind of in tune with what you're looking for. All right, question number 6. Oh my gosh, super important, okay? Can I see a picture of your full setup from a recent event? On DJs' websites, a lot of times what you're going to see is, you know, a skewed picture of the setup where they've got people dancing in front of them, or you see like only the top of the table or whatever it is. You want to see the whole thing, the speakers, whatever surface they're playing on, the whole setup. Here's some red flags, things that you should stay away from. If they have orange Home Depot extension cords, that's a red flag. Any professional DJ should have all black cables. If you see any cables at all, that's a red flag. All of the cables should be tucked on the back side of the table or using those Velcro ties to connect the cables to the speaker stand so they're not loose and flapping. The cables on the ground should be taped with black gaffers, not duct tape, into the corner of the wall. Duct tape leaves a mark when you pull it off. Gaff tape does not. Gaff tape costs $20 a roll. Duct tape is $4. So, again, it's those little things. You're going to know whether this person is a professional. If they put duct tape down on your wall and it peels the paint off, that's a problem, right? Okay, so can I see a picture of your full setup from a recent event? And honestly, in this day and age, if they're still DJing on a folding table, they're probably not one of the A-list people. And not that I haven't DJed on a folding table, or, you know, that there are certain budgets of certain clients on a Thursday or something that don't dictate that. It's fine. But they should have an upgraded option, a pedestal stand, or, you know, like I have an acrylic booth. But they should have something else going on, maybe a facade in front. You'll know. You look at the setup, you're going to get a lot of information. Okay? All right. Final question, number 7. These are critical things that event planners fail to ask DJs. Number 7. People ask me all the time, well, what music do you have? Or, well, what music do you like? None of these things are really relevant. The question you need to be asking is, what music do you know? Okay? What music I have with the internet, and like I have a service through my DJ software where I can just type in the name of the song in the DJ software. I don't have to go on Google. I can type it in the DJ software, and if I don't have it, it will like stream a song from iDJ Pool, which they've, you know, collaborated with on this feature and whatever. It's a monthly thing that I pay for, but that way I know no matter what song you have, I don't even have to waste a minute to download it. It's just I can just drag and drop it and I can play it. Unless it's something that's not available in the record pool, which that's another story. So what music I know, this is important because if you need 3 hours of 90s R&B, or, you know, something a little more niche like that, like just one genre for many hours or whatever, you want to make sure the DJ can do that. There's a palpable difference between a DJ that's you've asked them to play 3 hours of 90s R&B and they're like, oh my god, I love 90s R&B, I have a ton of it, like that's my music, right? Okay, that's going to be a way better set than a DJ that has to spend the whole week before your event downloading 90s R&B and looking up what songs they should play because they don't know 3 hours worth of that music, right? You want to go with DJ A in this scenario, someone that knows the music, right? And what I personally like doesn't really matter, right? I like Conway Twitty. Have I ever played him at an event? maybe 3 times in my whole life, right? Like at Stagecoach and whatever. But what music I personally like doesn't really matter. Likewise, I've come to know, big band and the standards well because I have to play that at cocktail hours and stuff all the time. No, it's not really on rotation personally in my music, right? So the question you want to ask is, what music do you know? Okay, now I have a bonus question. This is more for like retail kind of public events than it is for, your office Christmas party or your maybe your class reunion or whatever. So for those of you who are planning more of a public type of event with the DJ, it's really important to talk about, are we going to be playing Kanye West, Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, Chris Brown? That's representative of your brand, and it's important that you talk about that in advance, okay? A few months ago, I spoke at a DJ conference in Las Vegas, the Mobile Entertainment Expo. I spoke about inclusivity in music, and I'm really passionate about it, but when I am at a public event, like a retail, a grand opening, an outdoor fitness class, something of that nature, I'm playing at the entrance of a trade show or whatever, the music should represent and reflect the demographic of people. Which means here in Southern California, if you're not playing Mexican music, you're not representing the demographic. Okay, so like last year, Nordstrom was my top client, and yes, absolutely, I am playing Los Angeles Azules, I am playing Maná, I am playing Laura León. I'm playing those songs in Nordstrom. Why? Because 40% of the people walking around in that store are not just Hispanic, they are Mexican. And they should exist. They should be seen musically at this event, right? On the radio, 15% of the music is performed by women, okay? Women are 51% of the population, so if we're in its public space, unless it's like a male-oriented type of event, way more than 15% of the music should be by women. So that you want to make sure that the DJ is putting some conscious effort into that, and that inclusivity is on their radar. Ask, do you play Latin music? Do you play a little bit of country? We want to make sure that all demographics are represented at this event, if that's important to you. Okay, so anyway, just something to chew on there, bonus question. This has been 7 critical questions that event planners fail to ask DJs. I am DJ Trackstar Stacy. You can find me on Instagram at Trackstar Stacy with an I. And really, really appreciate your like and follow if this video was helpful to you. Thank you.